on radio, on YouTube, and on your smartphone. This is Tutor Speaks. We invite all listeners to tune into I-95.5 every Thursday morning at approximately 7:25 for Tutor Speaks, a program which highlights local, regional, and international issues affecting the education sector. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tutor Speaks. I'm your presenter, Barry Joel Desain. Emotions are currently high in the country due to the recent and very sad death of a student by suicide. The student was allegedly a victim of bullying for many years. With exponentially increasing anger, fingers are being pointed at several individuals as society looks for answers. This morning's segment is on the topic of bullying, but not from the current myopic perspective of the school situation, but bullying in general. To begin, I should like to ask all listeners to consider the question, does our country have a culture of bullying? What do I mean by a culture of bullying? In an environment where bullying behaviors are normalized, tolerated, or even encouraged, a culture of bullying usually develops. Such an environment can exist not only in a school, but also in our homes, in our workplaces, in our communities, and sometimes even our churches. To explain further, the main characteristics of a bullying culture includes 4 key elements. The first element, normalization, is where bullying behaviors are a regular part of interactions. People might dismiss bullying as part of growing up, or simply boys being boys. In some cases, the pranks and jokes that we think are humorous may even be acts of bullying. The second element is enabling. This is where peers or even authority figures may ignore, downplay, or even support bullying behaviors. This can include not taking complaints seriously or failing to implement anti-bullying policies. Consequently, the bullies feel empowered to continue their behavior. The third element involves group dynamics. This is where bystanders either join in the bullying behavior or remain silent, thereby reinforcing the bully's power. Many people generally do not intervene when they observe bullying, especially in the workplace. They are either fearful of becoming a target or simply do not care. The last element is a lack of empathy. In a culture of bullying, there is a noticeable absence of understanding towards the victims because there is a focus on maintaining the status quo. Rather than addressing the harm caused, many of us would much rather ignore a situation because we do not want to see changes to our own comfort zone. With these elements in mind, it is not a stretch to conclude that the culture of bullying exists within the very fabric of our country. We are outraged with the senseless killing of a mother and child by a father who is most certainly a bully. We witness young men almost daily through viral videos with guns, robbing, killing, and terrorizing neighborhoods. Occasionally, we hear of hazing rituals in universities and colleges that are considered part of their tradition. Bullying exists in every sphere. Indeed, some of the biggest bullies are said to be seated in parliament and in leadership positions in various institutions of government. For example, when the Minister of Finance circumvents the provisions of the law for the collective bargaining process, that is a form of bullying. When the chairman of the special tribunal threatens to make a ruling for a 10-year period rather than the 6-year period under review, that is bullying. When the Attorney General threatens to jail teachers should they choose to protest the unfair treatment meted out to them, that is also bullying. So the problem of bullying is prevalent at every level of society, not just in our schools. If we want to reduce the chances of students being bullied into despair, then we must begin with personal and corporate introspection. We must develop strategies to counter our culture of bullying. Those in authority are especially charged and have a moral obligation to set higher standards in order to nurture an anti-bullying culture. Additionally, all concerned citizens must actively and intentionally promote empathy, demand strict anti-bullying policies, and encourage bystanders to become upstanders who speak out against bullying. You have been listening to Tutor Speaks. To contact us, please dial 610-3850. That's 610-3850. Or you may email our president at tutor.org. That's president@ttuta.org. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where recordings of interviews, events, and other materials are uploaded regularly. Like us by giving a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.